Hey guys, welcome to the Kennedy Space Center. Yep, that's just a casual rocket, and welcome to the 2020 C8 Corvette. Now GM pretty much single-handedly broke the internet when this coupe model unveiled about 3 months ago, and well, maybe they'll do the same tonight because we've got another variant on this mid-engine Corvette, and it's right over there. Let's go ahead and take a look. What I'm walking up to is another C8 Corvette. It's still mid-engine, still has a 6.2 liter naturally aspirated V8 with almost 500 horsepower. It will still do 0 to 60 in about 3 seconds according to General Motors, but this one you can drop the top on because this is the brand new Corvette C8 Convertible. But we're gonna talk about what makes this Corvette Convertible special on this first quick look here at TFLnow. Now the obvious thing you'll notice, we'll go over to this blue one, is that you've got a unique rear end on the Convertible. You've got these passenger cells, these design cells that extend from the front seats. It almost looks like a 1960s Le Mans race car or something like a straight up fighter jet because it really is a unique design. But of course, there's more to the story because this is a retractable hardtop. It's not a soft top convertible, it's a retractable hardtop, and the top retracts here into the engine bay. But that means they had to redesign this whole engine bay cover system. So take a look at this. There's now a new vent here. You don't have that little glass see-through part. It's kind of a different design compared to the coupe. Now the hard part with designing a convertible, of course, is sometimes they look brilliant with the top down, but not so great with the top up. This C8 convertible, it looks pretty killer either way. Go back to TFLcar.com because tomorrow we have a full video with interviews surrounding this car. You can see it with the top up and down. But at least with the top down, I think it looks pretty darn cool. Now here's a fun factoid. Chevy.com has had its busiest month in July with the launch of the C8 Corvette. That is not actually all that surprising because of what a big deal this car was. But what is surprising is that they had 1.3 million people go on and configure their own, and this blue was by far the most popular color. So this looks like it's going to be kind of the go-to color for the C8. This right here though is something special as well. This is the Corvette C8R. This is a race car, and this is a very important race car because it's the first Corvette Le Mans car that was designed from the ground up since 1999. That's right, mid-engine still has a lot in common with the convertible model and the standard coupe, but of course, I mean, judging by the size of the diffuser and the complete and utter lack of any ground clearance, I bet it's going to be probably a wee bit quicker. But let's take a quick look here at the interior, give you a sense of what it looks like. Of course, with the convertible, you can just poke your head in. You've got the row of buttons down the middle there. You've got the squared off steering wheel. Of course, you've got the digital cluster in the back. Still have the quad exhaust. Give you a closer look here at the interior just for a hot sec. Squared off steering wheel, Alcantara suede here in the center, push button transmission. Now this little rear window is interesting. This rear window will rise and lower with the top up and down regardless, which is pretty cool. Come along the side, give you kind of a front shot here. But I want to show you some other cool stuff because, of course, Chevrolet and Corvette has a long history with NASA and with the astronauts. And they had a leasing program where if you're an astronaut, you could essentially lease the Corvette for the whole year for $1. Not a bad deal at all. And this one right here, this C2 is a little bit more than a little special. I mean, okay, come on. It's a 427 equipped car in this unique blue. This is called Nassau Blue, N-A-S-S-A-U, which is mighty close to NASA if you ask me, probably on purpose. But this one was owned by Neil Armstrong. 390 horsepower, 151 mile an hour top speed. So this is a look at Neil Armstrong's actual car. You can see it's had some battle scars over the years. Far from pristine, kind of reeks of gas, but it is stunning. The C2 Corvette is probably the best looking of them all, if you ask me, but this one is not far off either. This right here, that's a C1 Corvette. And in fact, when the Corvette came out back in 1953, it was only, I repeat, only available as a convertible. This one, of course, has the grates over the headlights, the bright red interior. I think this one's a straight 6 equipped car because after all, the Corvette did come as a straight 6 originally, and then they added the V8 some time later. But you've seen some of the older cars. Let's go back to the new C8 convertible because I've got a few important numbers to talk to you about. The C8 convertible is starting production early of next year, and it's going to cost more than a standard C8 coupe. About $7,500 more. So the coupe, which you see in the background, starts at about 60 grand. The convertible, $67,495, which, if you ask me, is still pretty reasonable for a car that, if we're being honest, doesn't look all that different from a certain company out of Italy. What do you think of these blue seats?
Pretty flashy.
They're pretty flashy, huh? That's pretty wild. Of course, you've got some carbon fiber there. It's pretty wild. I think that's the only word for it, is wild. Here's a look at the rear here. Now, Chevrolet says that the top can go up and down in just 16 seconds with the touch of one button, which is pretty good if you ask me. 16 seconds is not that unreasonable whatsoever. Finish back up here with what started this whole craze around the Corvette. That, of course, is the C8 Coupe. What do you think of the design, guys? Which one do you prefer? The Coupe, or are you more partial to the convertible? Of course, the Coupe here, you actually have this kind of little see-through cubby where you can see that fire-breathing V8, where on the convertible you don't, but then the convertible you have those cool haunches, so I don't know, it's kind of a toss in my mind. Which one do you like more? Let me know in the comment section below. Give you one more walk around of some of these guys over here. Alrighty, so this is pretty much going to conclude our little initial walk around of the C8 convertible. If you have any questions below, once again, this is super impromptu. It's about a bajillion degrees out here in Florida. Let me know in the comment section below, and I'll try to go ahead and answer them. Oh, one other interesting fact, I was talking to Tom Peters, who was the chief designer behind this vehicle. This section right here, about 2/3 of the door to the rear wheels, is the hardest part to get right from a design standpoint on any mid-engine car. Corvette, they've incorporated this big old side vent here. And once again, this whole vehicle was designed with not only form, but also function. Tim, what do you think of the new Corvette?
Absolutely love it. What a car.
Yeah?
What an evening to see them and to see the surprise of the race car as well.
So your bajillion subscribers are all going to want to know, when's the order coming?
When's the order coming? We'll have to wait and see.
Go over to Shmee150. He's a legend. Yep.
Cheers.
All right. There you have it. Go back to TFLcar.com for more news, views, and real-world reviews.